Hi guys and welcome to Bomb Anime.
It's your girl Ruka.
A big boy Sam here, and today we're talking about The Way of the House Husband Season 2.
Well, it's still Season 1, but you know Netflix like to do that thing where they give you half of a season and then the other half. Anyway, this half really concentrated on Miku and Tatsu's relationship. So we got a lot more insight, which is actually what I wanted in the first half as well, because it was quite weird the way that they were doing it. So I appreciated the way that they were concentrating on them two as a couple. They're actually a cute couple, even though they're both extremely strange, and we still didn't find out exactly what happened when he had been beaten up and she saved him.
Yeah, I don't even know what Miku does. She's just an office worker, but what kind of office? And she's obviously from Japan. She knows what tattoos and stuff mean. She sees a guy beaten up and then they get married. Like, what's her deal? Like, I want to know more about what her mindset is. What made her fall for the bad boy and tame him and turn him into a house husband?
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if her family was also somehow involved with the Yakuza. Although we did see her parents and they seem like normal people, I feel like there's got to be something there, because she has no problem slapping him upside his head. She shouts at him. There's got to be something. Like, how could you not be a little bit, like, worried? Come on.
Well, some people like that, innit? Some people like flirting with danger, innit? And some people like dominating danger, and there's a whole subculture of that whole stuff. But the show delivered what it delivered in Season 1, and even better, I think, personally, where it kept using gang Yakuza style things to describe the mundane and everyday. I thought they did it even better this time round, and it was just so funny as usual to watch.
Yeah, I agree. I did like this second half a lot better as well. Although, like, would I have liked it as much if I didn't get all of the context from the first half? I don't know.
I don't know if there's going to be a Season 3. But if there is, I'm down. I feel like it can go on forever. There's always so much stuff to do, always so much hijinks to have, and it's just nice, feel good anime. Trust me, guys. If you haven't seen the first season, do it. If you haven't seen the second season, do it.
It's still the first season. This is just one season.
I'm only going by the medium and watching it on the right.
So, what was your favourite part of this second half of the season?
Tatsu was having a meal with the other housewives, and they're all talking about their struggles of feeding their family and whatnot. And the thoughts that the housewives had of Miku when Tatsu was explaining what he had to do, or some of the situations he's been in, was priceless. Because then you see the Yakuza part, then you see it superseded by like Miku being like the boss lady of the house. I thought it was bloody hilarious, to be honest. That sealed it for me.
I liked that as well, but what actually I took from that was how ride or die those housewives are. They think that he's involved in all of this Yakuza stuff, and at the end they actually said, look, if you need any help, you can call us. They're just normal women that have nothing to do with a world like that. And they were still like, yeah, okay, Tatsu, like, we'll help you out. So I thought that was funny. I actually like all of these parts. It's what's the thing that Miku likes? The manga that she likes?
Polycure.
It was when they were in the mall again, and she dragged him out because Polycure were doing like a little skit and a meet and greet, and he came in. I thought that he was going to let her go on stage because he knew she really wanted it, but he didn't. He went up on stage himself, and then he forced them to take part in a traditional tea ceremony, which is for reconciliation. I just thought that was hilarious. Like, that whole thing was so funny. All of the characters were so caught off guard and didn't know what to do because they were trying to follow their script, but they were scared of him.
I like the whole, like, the theme of not judging the book by its cover. Like, he calls flour white powder. I mean,
I know.
That's all you need, really, innit? The brown stuff, white powder. Pound it until it's ready. Like, and he's talking about food, bro. And
I know.
Anyone hearing this thinking, oh my god, they're selling dry or something like that. But it's just hilarious. Like, listen, trust me, you gotta watch this.
I agree with you. The way that he uses the terminology, even when he was trying to help a neighbour barbecue and the police came,
Sorry.
he's still using really suspect terminology in front of them, and he tackled the two police officers like it was over barbecued meat. I don't know if it was because they weren't necessarily supposed to be barbecuing outside, like on their complex or whatever. But it was really silly.
Yeah, but
I'm guessing that it was not allowed because the neighbor was originally trying to barbecue inside of his house on like a disposable barbecue set.
I mean, the police are a bit in it there though. Like, who walks around and goes, "Hey, what are you doing? Barbecue?" Like, come on, they should have been there. But okay. And so obviously Tatsu had to tackle them, didn't it? It makes sense. Total sense.
Does not make sense. I'm thinking that Miku's dream job might be to do with manga, because when we saw her dream, it was a really silly dream, but she was critiquing her own dream inside of her dream, saying how the outfit wasn't up to par, there was different things that needed to be changed, and the concept of the marketing and all of that kind of thing. And I think that she'd probably do well doing that, so she should just really go for it if that's what she wants. She has a very supportive husband who's holding down everything else. Thank goodness she didn't kill him when he got sick, because when I saw that cup she claims it was the vegetables in the fridge. Oh my god, I'm surprised that he didn't die after that.
Don't let Miku anywhere near a kitchen. Look, we saw it in season 1. Oh wait, sorry, the first part of the season. We saw it in that part, and we've seen it again. Don't let her near a kitchen. Don't. I would like to know if they're going to think about expanding it and maybe giving them kids or stuff like that. Because I feel like that's the next logical step. Miku and Tatsu have a little Miku and Tatsu.
Tatsu's actually very good with kids. We've seen him multiple times. He volunteers for a lot of different things. The Christmas thing where he was pretending to be Santa.
Yeah.
Again, he was reading to kids in this one. You see him a lot, and also not his neighbour, but I guess one of the kids that lives nearby. He helps him with his schoolwork, he helps him with a bunch of stuff, and he's always in his house. He's teaching him stuff, so I think that he would actually be good as a dad, although, you know, there's certain questionable things he did, such as when he was reading to the kids, and he was telling a well-known story, but with himself in it, and he decided that he was going to have a never-ending war in the middle of the story.
I changed my mind. I changed my mind with the favourite bit of the show.
Well, you liked that?
That was it. Look. That bit was so funny. Yes. Then he drew his play. Okay, and then they looked happily ever after.
But the kids actually look like, that shouldn't be where it ends. I think they would have probably enjoyed his story because they were going along with it. At first I thought there would be opposition because it's a well-known story. All the kids were like, oh, we know that story. But as he started reading it, they were like, what? We don't know this version.
Demons?
So I think that although it sounded like it was about to start getting inappropriate, I don't think he would have kept it on that tone because I think he's quite good with kids.
He's aware and not aware at the same time. Like, some of the stuff he says is very inappropriate, but it's contextually okay. So I don't think he would have said anything that would have made the kids feel like wronged or anything. So I want to know if they're going to have kids later. I want to know what's the next season, and I'm definitely, honestly, 100% looking forward to it.
What's the best advice that you have learned from Tatsu? Or the best advice you think he's given to a character?
But he's given so many, to be fair. But I think it's the one where he goes, the longer you leave it, the bigger they get when he's talking about the cavities. Because it can be applied to so many things. And, like, to be fair, he's got advice for days, and he's not wrong. Like, especially when he said stuff about the 100 yen store. Like, how many times have you gone to a Poundland or Pound Shop and then gone to buy stuff because you haven't got that one little item, like a cable or this, that, and the other? Them shops are there in the time of need. Like, there's so many good things, but I think the cavity thing is my my number one favourite. And it's because I'm weird, guys, right? It's because I'm weird.
I liked when he was telling that guy to make the chocolate cake from the heart. I thought it was a nice touch.
It's because she's weird, guys. It's because she's weird.
And on that note,
don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
If you made it this far, thank you so much.
And if you've got any comments, leave it down there. Peace.